Finally, Olajumoke Orisaguna is back in the scene, and she sat down to do an interview with a radio station, 100 FM, I think. And a lot of people have been asking where this lady has been, where is she, what is happening to her. I'm one of the people that always go back to her Instagram page and check, like, the fame just disappeared like that, and the lady disappeared with the fame, and everything is gone. It's just a short period of time, but thank God she's back. And I sat through the interview, and we're going to talk about it.
Debbie, rocking her star. She knows all the great fashion trending in town. When it comes to talent, that's not all. She's very wise and intelligent, knows what she wants. So subscribe.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, you are welcome. If you have been watching but you're still contemplating, should you subscribe or not? What are you waiting for? Please click the subscribe button down below. Turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I upload a video. To all of my old-time subscribers, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you to all the new ones. I appreciate you. God will support you in everything you lay your hands on. So, like I said, today I really want to discuss Olajumoke Orisaguna. I'm going to give you a backstory into it, especially for people that are non-Nigerians or people that doesn't really know what is going on with this lady's case, because a lot of people I saw on the blog saying, what happened? Who is she? Okay, quick backstory. Olajumoke Orisaguna is a lady that comes from one side in Nigeria, Osun State. It's Osun State. The town is Ire. So this lady moved to Lagos. This happened a lot. People migrate from one state to another just to look for a greener pasture, something that could better their life. And Lagos is that place that everyone always moved to. Now is Abuja. Some people goes to Port Harcourt. So this lady moved from, everyone that comes from Southwest is mostly Lagos that they moved to. So she moved to Lagos with her 2 kids. When I watched that interview is when I actually knew the reason why she moved to Lagos. So she moved to Lagos, and on her way one day, she's selling bread in Nigeria, like you hawk stuff, people like that. She's not educated. So she started living with someone that lives in a bakery. They live in that bakery. So she went there. She was living in the bakery, and that day she said she was supposed to go earlier than that time that she has to go, but because the bakery owner didn't come out with the breads quickly, so she went late to hawk her bread. On her way to do the hawking, she saw a lot of people on the streets that she goes around to hawk her bread, and a lot of people were stopping. So she doesn't know what is going on because she doesn't understand it. There is camera, there is lights, there is everything. So obviously that day there was a photo shoot on that street, and it was Tiny Temper that came from UK. Tiny Temper is an artist. He's a very popular artist in UK. So he went to Nigeria to do a photo shoot with one of the big photographer in Nigeria, T.Y. Bello. But she doesn't know anything, so she just waka pass. She doesn't really care. All she cares about is to sell her bread. So she walked past through them, and the photographer captured how she was walking with the bread on her head. And before you know it, the photographer was like, this is a very beautiful picture. Tiny Temper saw her they actually shot her with Tiny Temper, and he was like, wow, this makes the shot even looks more beautiful with the lady hawking the bread behind him and everything. And before you know it, they started looking for this lady. They saw her. So T.Y. Bello introduced her to a PR media and everything. So that is how this girl became, a sensation, and everybody wants her in everything they are doing, like photo shoot, fashion show. But the only problem with this lady is that she's not educated. She cannot communicate in the general language, which is English. She only understands Yoruba and can speak Yoruba. So this thing actually hindered her a lot, and I think that was what caused her to go into extinction all of a sudden.
Olajumoke tó máa fi padà sí life padà tó wọ́n dẹ̀ àti àsopọ̀ sọ fún pé wọ́n jẹ́ kí n máa ṣe presenter So àti adé lọ́jà lẹ̀ wọ́n ní kò sí problem ṣùgbọ́n ti pé àǹtí Rabi Sasa ní ẹ̀ pé wọ́n máa train mi so àti gbà yẹn Sister Rabi Sasa wọ́n lè ti train mi. So nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sí ni pé bìkọ́ wù mí láti kàwé ìwé yẹn wù mí gidi gan ni bìkọ́ pé mo kàwé ni Victoria Remilekun income kò ní fìyà jẹ mí báyẹn because tá bá lọ gba iṣẹ́ níta òun náà ló máa sọ iye tí ó wà níbẹ̀ fún mi mi ò mọ iye tó kọ sílẹ̀ mi ò mẹ́nìtì torí ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ ní lọ́ọ̀yà pé lọ́ọ̀yà yẹn máa tó àwọn ọmọ wa káwọn ọmọ wa kọ́ kàwé ẹni iṣẹ́ tí ẹ bá ń ṣe kó bá lè gba omi lẹ́tà ata epo anything yẹn torí ọmọ ni fi máa ń jẹ̀yà kí yẹn jẹ̀yà nítorí ọmọ kó rán ọmọ ní ìwé bẹ̀kọ́ sí pé mo kàwé ni irú ìyà tó jẹ mí yẹn kò lè jẹ mí èmi náà máa mọ nǹkan tó kọ síbẹ̀ so ìwé yẹn òun ló wù mí kí n kà bí ó ń wù mí gidi gan ni ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ń bà mí ní inú jẹ́.
Of a sudden, within short period of time, maybe 3 years, 4 years. So when I watched that interview, I really see how people can, manipulate, use people, all because they want to make money. And that is what happened to this lady. And I emphasize this. I know this thing is going to happen to the lady. But unfortunately for her, this lady met at the PR that T.Y. Bello introduced her to. Her name is Azuka because she keep mentioning that Azuka and T.Y. Bello in the interview. So this Azuka lady was traveling around that time and there was a job that came for her. So Azuka looked for another PR. Maybe she trusted the person. Maybe she doesn't even know the person. So this lady called Victoria or something like that. So that is how Azuka said, okay, go and meet Victoria. Victoria is going to handle the PR of these people wanting you in their brand shoot and everything. So before you know it, this Victoria put words in her head. Oh, I'm going to even get you better things than Azuka is getting you. Azuka is the owner of Media Room Hub, I think, on Instagram. So before you know it, because she doesn't understand anything, as this Victoria was saying, oh, you'll be making 2 million on this, you'll be making 3 million on this. So she thought, okay, and her husband as well. That's how the husband comes. I think the husband might have been the one encouraging her to go for that so that she can make more money and he can sit down and enjoy the money because the husband does nothing. The husband, she said the husband literally sits at home, eats, drink, go out, enjoy himself, and she was the one doing all the work. So now, let me finish with the story of Victoria. Victoria, before you know it, Victoria will take jobs and Victoria will not give this lady kobo. Shingbang, this lady did not see. Victoria will say, oh, because we travel down, we pay for that. The hotel room, we pay for that. And if you know how this thing works, the people giving the job would have arranged all of this. They negotiate that in all the deals. So she was left with nothing. So by the time Azuka came back, obviously, because Victoria has already brainwashed her into getting more deals and all of that, she ignored this Azuka. And when everything go to ashes, like she has nothing anymore, and the husband started beating her back again, because obviously not even husband, let me call the guy a baby daddy. But what happened is that when T.Y. Bello met her, T.Y. Bello asked, oh, you have 2 kids, do you have a husband? And she said yes, instead for her to say no, because obviously she ran all the way from that Osun State area I was telling you about. She ran to Lagos because the husband is beating her blue black almost every time, because they live in the husband's family house. So she explained that the husband is beating her, and one day the husband beats her to stupor, and she just thought it's too much. She can't take it anymore. But obviously she has someone in Lagos that works in that bread factory. So she eventually relocated and, packed her 2 kids and went to Lagos to live in that bakery. You can imagine it's not very conducive, but she still managed to do it. So to me, she's very hardworking. But when the lock found her, she eventually brought her nemesis into the lock again, bringing the same guy that has been beating you blue black, and someone one Shuji Motors rented an apartment for her, paid 5 years in Allen Avenue, Ikeja. That place is expensive. Paid 5 years. A Stanbic IBTC Bank said they're going to sponsor her kids' education all the way to university level, and she said they are still paying it. So thank God for them. I just want to say, like, some people are wicked, while some, like that, this is what I say about people. Some people we attribute like wickedness, or when someone is just, you know, when someone is callous, they attribute it to like tribe, to like gender. It's not about gender, it's not about tribe. People that will help you, we help. People that will rip you off, we rip you off. It doesn't matter who they have, blue, black, tall, short, whoever that's going to rip you off will rip you off. This Victoria, I don't know whoever she is. So T.Y. Bello is a Yoruba, and Azuka is maybe from Igbo or Southeast. But at the end of the day, these two people still stood by her. Anytime when she got into this trouble and she couldn't pay the house rent again, the husband started beating her. Everything went to ashes, like I said. She eventually moved to somewhere in Mowe, and these people were still giving her money. Because Azuka couldn't be a PR anymore. She already ruined that. She already, you know, abused her and everything. But they were still kind enough to tell her that whenever you need anything, just call us. Whenever you want this, just call us. I don't know why they let her be in that position for so long, and you know why still feeding her kids. And I don't think she's doing anything, because when I listen to that interview, I'm thinking to myself, yes, it's good, you can thank them, but at the same time, you should have, you know, try and do something else. It doesn't matter if you come to fame at some point, like you are popular, and if the fame is gone, the money is no more there. You are a very hardworking lady, because I won't call this lady a lazy person. She's very hardworking. For her to move all the way from that place to Lagos, one thing I noticed is that she never mentioned that, oh, then I started selling bread again, or I started struggling and doing this, you know. She's not really doing anything. But because these people are giving her money, giving her food stuff, I think she just rely on that. Anyway, I'm happy for her. I'm happy that she's all right. She's okay. She's back. And I believe everything is going to go well for her. And also, I don't know if she will ever come across this video. The lady that conducted the interview for her on that FM radio said that it's always better for her, like, to go back to school. Even if it's adult education, you know, learn something. There are a lot of all these people that cannot speak anything, but now they learn, they understand. Somebody like Wasiu, somebody like Pasuma, these people, you know, they train themselves, they understand it. So nobody can really cheat them, because this Jumoke said, sometimes this Victoria will just bring stuff, sign. She's just signing. She doesn't know what she's signing, because she can't even read it. She can't understand. So Victoria is the plague that come into her life. But thank God, Azuka and T.Y. Bello are still standing up for her. And I think they are ready to, you know, for her to come back. And hopefully everything goes back to normal for her. But at the same time, my advice is that, Olajumoke, you need to go back to school. Even if you are not like full-time school, you need to understand what you are signing. You can't just keep signing stuff without knowing what you're signing. Anyway, that's what I just want to hear what you guys, if you have watched the interview, if you haven't watched the interview, it's quite an interesting one. And she speaks Yoruba there, but there is subtitle in that video. And the interviewer is, you know, interpreting everything she's saying anyway. So I will like to hear what you guys think about this. Let's continue the discussion in the comment section below, guys. And on your way out, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share if you like it. If you haven't, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
So subscribe and get that gist with the one and only Debbie Pasta. Yeah, yeah.